Good morning. It's your Uncle Timmy. Um, we're in the Seahawks because, well, we're going to kick some Panther ass today. I'm sure of it. Um, I want to talk about something that I saw a couple weeks ago. And I think it's really important that the younger generation hear this from somebody from the older generation. Um, and it's about virginity. Uh, a lot of gays are posting recently that they are still virgins, and some feel uncomfortable with it. Some they keep saying, yes, I want to have sex, but I'm afraid. um, it's okay to be afraid, and it's okay to be a virgin, and frankly, y'all are single. As long as you're having safe sex, I think it's pretty okay to be kind of a tramp as well. um, we're supposed to be in a society that is more enlightened, and supposed to be in a society that is a little bit more free and released of the Victorian puritanical views of sex, of who a person is, and yea, even virginity. Um, some of you feel like you might be looked down upon within the gay community because you aren't sluts. Um, some people feel like because they are virgins and because they do want to hold it off until that special guy comes along, um, that they're going to be mocked and ridiculed. Oh, look, my friends, if you are looking at life through those eyes, that you want to save it for that special person, you're actually my hero. Um, Good for you. And I want to make sure that I say that y'all have nothing to be afraid of. Some I've noticed are saying that they're afraid that um, it's going to hurt if they are the catchers, so to speak. I want to kind of keep this. I'm not going to go really naughty and debased because I want people to really understand. I want this to be a frank discussion without being lurid, if you all know what I mean. But if some guys are afraid of being catchers, and that it's going to hurt. Sex is messy, and sex hurts at times. Ask women about the first time that they ever have sex. Many will say to you that yes, it did hurt the first time they ever had sex. Um, Not the heavy petting, and not the playing around that many young teenagers do, but I mean actual intercourse. Um, Sex will always be messy. Sex will always be um, there's going to be pleasure and pain involved, and that's not talking about S&M and some of the over the top fetishes that many people, straight and gay, have. Um, I'm talking about just plain passionate, even animal sex. Just and by that, it's not sex with animals, but animalistic. Just wild, passionate, just all over, and that type of thing. That's what I'm talking about, where you just let loose and you just do what feels good. It's all messy, and it's beautiful, and it's painful, and it's pleasurable, and it's if you're a virgin and you've never had sex and you're afraid because you think that it's going to hurt, I'm gonna have to be honest. It's probably gonna hurt. Um, but it's also going to feel wonderful, especially if you're with that right guy, the one that makes your toes curl whenever you even see his name on the phone. Um, it's this is not something that you want to give just willy nilly. I'm sorry. I happen to agree with many of you who say that you want to save it for that special person. Save it for that special person, because this is not something you want to give to some freak creep in a bar that has been eyeing you and comes over slithering like a snake because he thinks that he's going to get lucky with a cute little twink. Um, when you find the right guy and you decide that that's going to be the one that you give yourself to, remember that when you're being intimate and you're having intercourse with somebody, you're giving yourself to them. You are literally opening up your heart and bearing your soul to this person. And when you when you get to that point, you're going to be trusting that person to take care of the part of the soul that you are giving them. Um, so I stand with you. Don't give yourself away just because you think that you need to, because that's what we do in our society, gay or straight. Um, and I feel the same way about the straight girls and even the straight guys that feel the same way. If that's the way that you really are thinking, whether it be religious or just simply you don't feel like you want to do it, then don't. Just wait until that special moment. And I, I am going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that I actually believe that if it comes to that point that you are there ready to give yourself to this man, and you have been afraid of it hurting, or you've been afraid to actually give yourself, I dare say that at that point, when you trust a man enough to do this, all of those fears are going to go by the wayside. And if he's a true gentleman, he's not going to throw you down on the bed, face in the face in the pillow and ass up, and pound you and hurt you. He's going to take his time. He's going to really, really be sensual, and he's going to be very sensitive to your feelings and to your caring. Um, I lost my virginity um, to a rape, and when that happened, I did close myself off for a long, long time. But when I came out after my 18 years of marriage, and I came out again, and I had my first partner, um, he was very sensitive to the fact that when I was younger, I had a bad experience, and he treated me with such love and such tenderness that it was easy for me to give myself to him. And it's gonna get that point with you. Virginity is not anathema. Virginity is something that, frankly, you may as well wear as brightly as you wear your rainbow. Trust me, a lot of us respect it. A lot of us admire it. And a lot of us actually find you to be the best in our community, because you aren't just out there giving yourself away to any creep that happens to walk by. And even those of us who are actually kind of slutty, um, Some of us are even some of the best. So it has nothing to do with your sexual liaisons or any of that. It has everything to do with who you are as a person. And remember that. It's who you are as a person. And virgin or slut, we're all very important. And we all really need to simply stop judging others for whatever we do or don't do. And we need to admire the fact that we are who we are. Uncle Timmy's going to step down from his soapbox now, and feel free to comment. Feel free to like or dislike. And David Waters, yes, you have my permission. You can post this wherever and however you wish to. Okay? I love you all. Bye. Go Hawks.